serendipitously running into each other at a basketball game.
Serendipitous events make a big difference, bigger than the actual business part of it. And maybe that's what happened when Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao got together at that Miami Heat game.
Somehow, through the magic of the universe, you're right in front of each other and have a chance to look each other in the eye as human beings.
He finally was ready, and he wanted to confront Manny in front of the whole world.
At halftime, I walked over to him and I said, let's meet later on. Let's talk. Let's try to make this fight happen for real.
And I saw it blowing up on social media. Pictures of that and accounts of that went everywhere.
You see how big this fight is, and how many people are paying attention to this with the explosion in social media that caused, and the frenzy.
And then something strange happened a little bit later. I got a text from Floyd saying, can you FaceTime me?
I wanted to FaceTime him when I was at the meeting with Manny.
He was sitting on the couch apparently in a hotel room, it looked like, sitting next to Manny Pacquiao.
I said, we're getting close. It was a really, really good thing for him to do that, in my opinion.
And Manny called me, and they said that they felt assured that Mayweather wanted to do the fight.
Floyd, he wanted to be able to explain to him, as two fighters and as businessmen, we need to come together and work out a deal, and let's get the fans what they want to see.
He had a wonderful career, and I had a wonderful career, but before we leave the sport, of course, we have to make this fight happen.
But even after the momentous meeting in Miami, there was still plenty of work needed to make this mega fight happen.
The president and chairman of CBS, Leslie Moonves, really deserves a lot of credit because he got in there and served as an arbiter, basically, between two sides that couldn't talk to each other.
There's a lot of moving parts to make this fight. You have the two fighters with different promoters, two fighters with different advisors and cadres around them, two fighters with different networks.
The only serious issue that had to be resolved.
I have to change the look defensively constantly. I have to give you this look, I have to give you this look.
They're actually switching to lefty. When was the last time we saw this?
That way he keeps the opponent thinking. He'll keep you confused. He'll keep you guessing while he himself gets his offense going. It all comes back to his intelligence, the intellectual part of his brain capacity in the ring. It's his biggest strength.
And now here comes Manny Pacquiao. In order to beat Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao has to make his role as the attacker the most important role in the fight.
Here comes Pacquiao. Knocks Marquez off balance.
He has unusual power.
Pacquiao stuns Algieri. Now it's Cotto whose back is against the rope. And he fights his way off and goes down at the end.
He needs to be the Manny Pacquiao who fought Oscar.
Manny Pacquiao is annihilating Oscar De La Hoya.
And Hatton and Cotto.
Cotto's taking a ton of punishment.
A really aggressive, dynamic fighter.
Manuel, he's rearranging Margarito's face, and it may never look the same again. Covered boxing for 24 years, and this is the best offensive fighter I've ever seen.
If Manny Pacquiao can crowd Mayweather, turn it into a street fight, really throw a lot of punches.
And if Manny's aggressive and takes the fight to him every minute of every round.
Here comes Pacquiao. That's a fighter. Unbelievable machine.
It's vital that he throw somewhere over 800 punches in this fight.
Pacquiao's beginning to land with almost every punch.
Manny Pacquiao wins this fight if his speed enables him to apply enough pressure to put Floyd Mayweather out of his comfort zone.
He can't run in this fight. If he can't run, that means he has to exchange more. If he exchanges with Manny Pacquiao, that's a mistake. You don't want to exchange with Manny Pacquiao, believe me.
Manny will throw 4 punches, then step out, then 5. Then step out, and then move, and then throw 3. He's got to keep coming in, throw a flurry, move out before Floyd can counter him.
Manny's greatest strength is the fact that he's such an unorthodox fighter. His activity level, the angles from what he punches with, just the rhythm of how he fights.
Who has a rare capability to go in and come out at angles.
Look at Pacquiao. Isn't he a beautiful machine? And he can punch combinations from so fluid from all angles.
And when he's throwing punches from angles and in positions where he shouldn't be able to get juice on those shots, they have mustard on him. That's the best Pacquiao.
He's one of the trickiest guys.
One destiny. All roads end here. Mayweather Pacquiao, May 2nd, live on pay-per-view. Mayweather Pacquiao, Saturday, May 2nd, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, live on pay-per-view.
Come on, here we go. Ready?
On March 11th, 2015, in a town that usually rolls out the red carpet for movie stars, boxing's 2 biggest celebrities came to Los Angeles for a press conference that quickly turned into a media extravaganza.
The press conference in Los Angeles was really a scene that I had never quite seen before. You have a red carpet that was as long and as crowded as the Academy Awards. You had the Goodyear blimp that was circling.
It really hit me that we made the fight. When I saw it on that credential, I saw the words, Mayweather Pacquiao, May 2nd, MGM.
Seeing the red carpet, seeing the massive amounts of media. You don't get that many media at most fights.
Manny, don't you feel that? Small sport, thanks, Manny.
And that includes, sports outlets, boxing outlets.
I know, I can't wait.
And a lot of outlets that typically don't cover the sport.
Sing happy birthday for me. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to
Manny. Manny Pacquiao!
I'm old enough to remember Lewis Tyson, the last time Showtime and HBO were in the same room, and to see Floyd and Manny in the same room with all that attention, you realize this is not another big fight. It's a huge fight, bigger than anything we've had in a long time.
I'd like to introduce the pound for pound best fighter on this planet, none other than Floyd Money Mayweather.
But on a day filled with over-the-top hype, the man of many words was unusually quiet and reserved.
May 2nd, the fight of the century. It's all about the best, fighting the best.
And Pacquiao is one of the best fighters of this era.
Part of Floyd's appeal is he zigs when you think he's going to zag. I was not surprised that there were no histrionics from Floyd.
When Floyd believes that a fight needs to be sold to maximize the pay-per-view return, he will sell the fight.
Second, live on pay-per-view. Mayweather Pacquiao, Saturday, May 2nd, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, live on pay-per-view.
One of the interesting points about this fight is that there is no rematch clause. And that's strange for a fight of this caliber.
Neither fight camp raised the question of a rematch. It never came up.
There was no need to put a rematch clause in our contract because we're very, very confident.
Neither guy has really contemplated the possibility of losing. And as such, neither guy really feels like they need a rematch clause.
On May 2nd, 2015, at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, the fight everyone has been waiting for will finally take place. Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, the two most famous and accomplished fighters of this generation, are both eager and ready to meet history head-on. And each is determined to give the sport a signature moment fans will remember forever.
The fight has taken on almost a mythical quality because we've come so close so many times.
This is a historical event because these are the two best fighters of their generation. So the winner of this fight has some bragging rights.
Both fighters feel as though they have a great deal at stake in terms of their legacies.
In Mayweather's case, the idea of being undefeated when he retires is so important to him that this does have a dramatic impact on his legacy.
Manny Pacquiao won championships, conquered every challenge. So for him, this is as big as it gets.
This is a must-see fight, May the 2nd.
We've had 5-6 years of pent-up demand for this fight.
I use the test that a lot of people in boxing use. We talked to some of our friends who may not be boxing fans at all. They were all interested in this fight. As soon as it happened, are you going to be there? Can you get me a ticket?
Boxing needs this fight because of all the attention the fight will get. Talk about Manny Pacquiao, we talk about Floyd Mayweather, but essentially it's a boxing match with the emphasis on boxing. And that's great for the sport.
This is going to be enormous. This is a cultural phenomenon as much as a fight.
You have two fighters, one who's undoubtedly been the #1 pound-for-pound fighter of his generation. Manny Pacquiao, you have a very, very determined fighter, and he's the guy that the fans think can knock Floyd Mayweather off his throne.
The two best fighters in the world, two of the best fighters of all time. Their styles are perfect. One of the greatest pure boxers ever versus one of the greatest pure aggressive fighters ever. You know Pacquiao is going to attack. He's going to force the action. and it's hard to imagine Floyd letting Pacquiao take the play away from him. So I'm expecting not only a beautiful fight in terms of the artistry of both guys, it's going to be accessible to the masses. Even if you're not among the boxing cognoscenti, you can see, it's easy to understand what you're watching. Wow, that's a great fight.